Today is not just another day. Today is another chance to make your possibilities come true. Fantastic Radio UK, home of possibilities.
Progress means celebrating change. There's an element of the work that I do that, to me, feels like a constant love letter to the people that I see in the world. That's the thing that inspires me most. It's finding people who have a story to be told and thinking, how can I contribute to that? How can I give people a wider understanding of the people around them than they had before I told this story? Define progress very similarly in my job to, I think, anyone's job. It's about how can you take something that exists, which is my industry, and how people have told stories, how we tell stories, And how do you improve that? How do you make that better? I think at this moment in time, it's about expanding the lens. It's about the global community who's receiving our stories is getting larger. It's getting more nuanced. It's getting more varied. And so the stories have to get larger and more nuanced and more varied. It's about creating better stories that serve a larger audience better. Hopefully it becomes this kind of self-feeding machine where we understand the people around us better, we can serve our community better. I think the way to drive progress for mankind would probably be to listen better, to listen more, to listen with humility, and working on our understanding of ourselves and improving that and bringing in all the things that we don't know and acknowledging how much we don't know. Your attitude will define not just your future, but the future of those around you. And so it's a thing to be carried with intention and care and generosity. I think that's the ultimate goal of good culture. What's your story of progress?
Singing or speaking?
Mine or yours? Reason or fun? Daring or thoughtful? Sensitive or strong? Intelligent or intuitive? Luxurious or mindful? Fast or long-lasting? Progress isn't either or.
Progress is everything.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I dedicate this song to you, my beautiful people. My beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. Here I got a song for you, my beautiful people. My beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. There are many things we cannot hide. There are many bonds that can be undone. Just like our bond, yeah. Everything in life is a sacrifice, but I know it was worth the price, for I did it for you. Here I come with a song, oh beautiful people, oh beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. I dedicate this song to you, my beautiful people, a song for you, oh beautiful people. Oh beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. I dedicate this song for you, oh beautiful people. Oh beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah.
To listen to Fantastic Radio UK on Amazon Alexa skills, say, Alexa, play Fantastic Radio UK.
Alexa, play Fantastic Radio UK. And when you do that, you will certainly hear of us, and you would be able to listen and join the conversation. Beautiful morning to our beautiful people. Beautiful and a lovely morning to a beautiful person making the time to join us today. Today is Fortitude Friday, the 26th of November 2021. Good morning to you. You had different pieces of music, short pieces of music, amazing songs. You had one from the Grammy nominee, Mr. Rocky Dawudi from Ghana, doing what he does best. Beautiful music to the beautiful people. Welcome this morning, and thank you, production team. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Terry. And thank you, Sina Hamidi, for making today possible. Once again, I want to welcome you to this morning's edition of Fantastic Morning. This morning, I'm sharing with you fortitude. And what does fortitude mean? According to Hilary Mantel, it says that fortitude, it means the fixity of purpose. It means endurance. It means having the strength to live with the constraints that is with you. Good morning to you. And once again, I want to say thank you for choosing Britain's home of possibilities. We're going to have a brilliant time. Unfortunately, my guest couldn't come through today, but I'll point you to where you can go read her article. And from time to time, I will share with you what I have prepared for you this morning. I am excited. I know you are also excited. Let's do this and let's do music. Few conversations coming through and many, many more that are prepared for you today. Let me tell you this. I am glad that you made a time in joining me. I'm so glad that you made the effort in tuning in. Thank you for choosing. Yesterday, I had several people emailing me asking how can they subscribe. You go on YouTube, all you do is click subscribe and you can listen to us. If you want to listen to us on Facebook, we are there. If you're on Twitter, you can find us there. Good morning to you, and let's do music. When we come back, I will share with you what I prepared for you. Don't forget, today happens to be Fortitude Friday. Good morning.
Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. The Fantastic Radio app is available on all app stores today.
Sesikhathini ilezilwanyana ezisibiza ngamadoda zingemadoda.
Awuseswile uthelwa ngubende kodwa inyama thina kabo sikayidla.
Usibona silapha nje sizolimela igama lamadoda aqotho. Mawuyindoda phumelo bala ubumelo budoda bakho.
Ushona leno mama
Bayakhala
nabantwana
bayakhala.
kwenziwa.
It's your greatest weapon. It can overcome hunger. It can beat heat. It can eradicate pain. It can control anger. You will learn how to use it. So will your brothers. Royal Marines Commando. It's a state of mind. You may already have it. Visit Royal Marines online
building up so high. Beautiful is the melody of the song. But when is it leading us to? We becoming victims of love. Something so big, natural, is drawing us closer to the fire. Together so strong until the love starts to burn. Now we know we are the way.
Human beings are programmed to fear the unknown. It's deep within us. A primal instinct protecting us from harm. As a Marine, you have to face the unknown. Embrace it. Ride into it, head first. Whatever it holds. You can be more than you ever thought possible. All the Royal Marine does is change what they think is possible.
The champion arise, we shall win. The champion arise, we shall win. Whoa. Stronger and alive, we shall win. Like another spiritual war begin. Don't say it could not be done until they see it done. Don't say it could not be you until you know it's you, my friend. My friend. When the humble pop the Bible, they don't ever see it come. They tumble to the magic of the word and the sound forever. I believe now they come around and
Look at your hands. Look at them. Look how far they've come. They've grown. They've learnt. They've loved. They've lost. They've loved again. Your hands have worked, struggled, created and mastered. They worked hard for this. It was worth it. With World Remit, you can instantly send money abroad, knowing that you're in safe hands. World Remit. Money in safe hands.
Connect with Kojo on Twitter at BontiAmoeco or on email bonti@fantasticradio.co.uk.
Thank you so very much for connecting with me on social media, on Twitter and all the other social media platforms. And I want to thank you also for listening and joining us on all our platforms. For those who are listening to us on Amazon, Alexa Scale, thank you. All you need to do, and for those who haven't gotten your or who are not listening or looking at connecting with us on Amazon Alexa Scale, as Amazon Alexa Scale, you go get, if you get it, and if you've got it, all you would have to say is Alexa play Fantastic Radio UK, and Amazon Alexa Scale will play it for you. I started by asking you how you're doing. I started by asking how you are keeping. Thank you. Thank you for choosing us this morning. I am glad that you made the effort and the time to join us. How are you looking to spend today? The Black Friday shopping is all over and people are going to go out and shop. What are you going to buy? You going out to buy something? I'm not going out to buy anything at the, because most things I have got, I have it mapped out. But I wish you all the best, and I would suggest you don't spend what you don't have, and you don't spend what you don't have, because sometimes these moments can be quite impulsive, so we end up buying stuff we don't need. But if that's what you want, please enjoy it, spend the time at the shops or online and get your purchases going. I wish you all the best. But I'm wanted to share with you this morning, being a Friday. Unfortunately, I couldn't come with my guest, couldn't turn up. They will make time to come through. Today is Fortitude Friday, and I called this Fortitude Friday as I shared with you what fortitude means to other people. But I also want to reread what Hilary Mantel said. It said fortitude means fixity of purpose. It means endurance. It means having the strength to live with what constrains you. Some way, somehow, we all go through life with constraints. We get challenged some way, somehow, with the pump and the pressure that life throws at us. I think the whole of the week we've been sharing different things. We've been sharing how to develop that mental strength and develop that strength of character. Before I even proceed, I want to make this disclaimer or caution. Mental toughness is not for everybody. And I'm mindful that people go through different stages in their lives, and we are all at different stages in our lives. So that it won't be right for me to sit here and use one paint or one brush to do sort of a painting of my remark. I've got to be responsible with what I say. Mental toughness comes when you have the readiness to want to put yourself in a position to go through the challenges and the crucibles of life. I have to say this: if you have any challenges to do with your mental, and you have any pressure with your mind, and you need support, I will suggest you look at getting support. Okay, so I've got to put this in place before we even proceed. Mental strength. The fact that you don't have mental strength doesn't mean that you're weak, because we have levels of mental strength. So please don't ever feel trialed and challenged by some of the things I will share with you, or some of the things that we share on the station. It's purely to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire. So then we are not suggesting that all of us have to be the same. All of us can't be the same. You are not like me, and I can't be like you. You get it? All right. So if you need support with your mental health and all that, please stretch out for help and go for it, and make sure that you get the support that is needed. But this Friday, my focus I want to share with you with fortitude. What is fortitude? It's developing that resilience of the mind, right? Getting the heart ready for your purpose, your dreams, your hopes. And when I talk of purpose, I'm not just limited to work. I'm not just limited to business. I'm not just limited to any specific thing. It's very bespokely tailored towards you. So to you, what is it that you need purpose for? To you, what is it that you need fortitude for? What is it that you would have to have the endurance and that mental toughness to go through? I share with you a few things that I prepared, because the ability to find the opportunity in any challenge is the hallmark of any mental fortitude. Getting laid off from your job could be a catalyst that you need for a career change. You could have been laid off during these seasons. Many people lost their jobs. Some just can't change career. But it could also be a catalyst of you moving on, finding out something different. I tell you a very interesting story. I don't know the details, but I remember someone told me the gentleman that runs Pimlico Plumbers had gone through a very interesting period in his life. And I could be wrong, so stand to be corrected. But he decided he was going to do something completely different, and he started a plumbing business. That wasn't what he set out originally to do, right? I know a gentleman who wanted to work as a carpenter, but went through school, did all the academics and passed and excelled, went to university, finished, and he decided, listen, this is not what I want. After working in the city for a while, he went in to train to be a military man. Right, so he trained, went to university to do investment banking, did economics, studied. But what he really wanted to do was to work as a military person. So he went into the military and he's excelling in there. What is it that has happened, or what is it that would happen for you to look at different ways? Right, and fortitude, mental fortitude does not have to also be, a life-changing situation. Sometimes it could be such a silent, quiet decision that you make with yourself and say, listen, I am okay with this. I've done this for a while. I want to move on and do something else. Heartbreak can teach you lessons about what to look for in a partner, and even about forgiveness. People go through relationships, things don't go the way they originally want, and sometimes they suddenly forget that they are not their mistakes. Right? So the first thing I would suggest we do is seeing hardships as opportunities. That's the first thing. Right? The first thing we would have to do is to seeing hardships as opportunities. Right? As seeing hardships as opportunities. That's the first thing. We're going to get on our screen, and for those who are listening, you'll be able to, connect with us on YouTube to see some of my displays and some of the presentations I'm doing this morning. Seeing hardships as opportunities. That's the first thing, right? Having the ability to see opportunities in the hardships. Mr. Hamidi, can we please have the presentation on the screen? Yeah. So my thing to you is, what is it that you are seeing? Are you seeing hardships as opportunities? Are you seeing the challenges that one is going through as opportunities to look at life differently? Seeing hardships as opportunities. Because sometimes these things will happen, and all we need to do, right, is to look at our way of looking at it. Yesterday, I shared with you looking at value and how we can value ourselves and allow ourselves to question our own thoughts. When you see setbacks as a chance to regroup, you learn from the mistakes. So the first thing I would suggest we look at is seeing hardships as opportunities. Let's do music. When we come back, I will share with you the rest of the two, and we will get into the technicalities of it. Good morning and welcome.
The most important characteristics you need to succeed in life are resilience, determination, and persistence. Email us hello@fantasticradio.co.uk.
It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it can move us forward in extraordinary ways. Every pivotal moment, be it in design, engineering, society, or even art, is the result of many parts coming together flawlessly. A delicate interplay of forces, where even the smallest detail makes a difference. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, in that moment, when passion meets relentlessness, when intention meets craftsmanship, when all of this comes together, then it's the creation of something truly progressive. And we've never needed progress so much, have we?
Brighter day on the horizon. I know a better day will come. I see a brighter day on the horizon. Yeah, we'll have our season in the sun. Yeah. I feel like fighting under the midnight sun. Seems we all have lost our mind, yeah. But I'm sick and tired of all that reminds me, all that we've lost and cannot find. What do they think of when they think of me? Should I pretend I'm okay to make you feel
The biggest secret in life is that there is no big secret. Whatever your goal, you can get there if you're willing to work.
Fantastic Radio UK. Your vision, your possibilities.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm so glad you made time in spending us with us 31 minutes past 7. The first thing, as I shared with you this morning, we're sharing Fortitude Friday. And what is it that you need the fortitude for? What is it that you have that mental endurance and that mental strength for? The first thing, as I shared with you, is the seeing hardships as opportunities. Talk about how jobs can sometimes go out of the window. And when that happens, we do not have to see it as though everything is crumbled. Having that mental fortitude, having the strength. We've talked about looking at support, finding support, and asking if the need arises and you need support, you go for the support. Okay, find out there are mentors around who you can access, who will support you in getting back into work. Nearly any challenge is an opportunity for personal growth. Nearly every and any challenge is an opportunity for personal growth. When we see setbacks as a chance to regroup. So that's the first thing. The first thing is seeing hardships as opportunities. Can I go to the second one? Thank you for choosing Britain's home of possibilities. Now, before we get into the second one, one of the challenges that I suspect or I trust tends to rob us of fortitude and developing the mindset is the space where we go into scarcity. I remember I was sharing with a friend of mine many years ago. We're talking, and I was sharing with a dear friend of mine what I wanted to do, and all I was saying to him were my challenges, what I'm scared it was going to be, and how, what is going to involve. And at the time, I was going through a very interesting period in my life, and I was very worried. And interesting, my dear friend who I'll be spending the day today with, he lost his mother. I will get into that, at some point. But he said to me, Kojo, you are operating from that space of scarcity. Right? And you would have to look at transforming your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, because it's the key to developing this aspect of mental fortitude. I've never forgotten that. He said, you got to come out of scarcity, right? And go into abundance. Then all of a sudden, whatever you go through or whatever you think you don't have, you become grateful. You become thankful. You become grateful for the air you breathe in. You become grateful for the milk in the fridge. You become grateful for the water on the table. You become grateful that your son is healthy. You become grateful that even though your mother isn't that well, she is with you and she can even have a dialogue with you. What are you appreciative of? But to do that, we would have to look at the way we look at the world, view the world. Can we go to the second one? Let's do the second one. The second one is eliminating self-doubt. Great leaders, great individuals, fantastic people have many traits, but confidence is one of the most essential. With confidence, you have the ability to bring certainty to uncertain situations. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is a trait that every one of us go through. Particularly if you're starting something new. Particularly when you have been bashed and punched and gone through your own ups and downs. Someone would say topsy-turvy of life. It's very easy to doubt yourself. But the interesting thing is, confidence takes you from a place of uncertainty to certainty. Leaders, individuals have the ability to bring uncertainty to certainty. Confidence allows you to move into the space of decisiveness. People who are confident in themselves, regardless of what is happening, move into this space where they are able to never give up on what they are doing or whatever they are called to do. They take action. You know, we dealt with fear the other time, and I mentioned to you, or we talked about how fear can try to shape us and try even to define how we live our lives. But when you eliminate self-doubt, when you eliminate this sense of doubting self, I remember, as I shared with you the other time, I shared with you the other time, many of us have been raised to trust other things, but not to trust ourselves. Because sometimes it's justified. You know, we've gone through stuff and we've developed this toxic relationship with ourselves. But eliminating self-doubt comes from when you are able to have this discourse and dialogue with yourself and say, I am not going to allow circumstances in any way, shape, or form hold me down and allow me to deny myself of my own possibilities. How do you do that? It's about two things. It's about changing your limiting beliefs, and it's also about facing your future with no fear and no favor. Limiting beliefs, two things. So the question is, how do you eliminate self-doubt and get committed to what you are doing? Right? What you do is you eliminate self-doubt by being committed to what you are doing. You good? You develop this sense of facing the future regardless. And you ask yourself this question: how far or what has fear provided? How does those beliefs serve me? Because sometimes we play with this thing or entertain or glorify fear. And the question I want to ask you this morning, 39 minutes past 7, what has those beliefs done for you or done to your purposes? Eliminate self-doubt. These empowering beliefs will take you from I can do this. I can't do this. I can do this. And I would have to say this. Sometimes you would have to just get committed to a routine, right? In committing your purpose in mind and saying, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. You know, many people don't subscribe to this whole mental toughness, this whole repetition and self-development. Many struggle with it. Many think, that's lunacy, that's madness. But eliminating self-doubt is something that you can do by doing one thing also, is to conditioning yourself. Because the mind doesn't know what it wants. The mind doesn't. The mind does not know. The mind does not know what it wants until you tell it what it has to do. It's 41 minutes past 7, and you on Fantastic Mornings. Let's do music. When we come, I will share with you the last one, and I'll break it down as we go. Good morning.
Life can be challenging. However, within you dwells your possibilities. Believe in your possibilities and go for it. Fantastic Radio UK. Your music, your possibilities.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream, and not make dreams your master, if you can think, and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
For me, one of the best things about life is that we keep moving forward. I love that we're constantly evolving. We progress every day. We discover exciting new technologies. Redefine who we are and how we want to lead our lives. Basically, we choose what we want our future to look like. So what's yours going to be?
I will not let life conquer me. I will above it rise, because I believe in my possibilities. Fantastic Radio UK. Your music, your possibilities.
Hey, your music, your possibilities. Good morning to you. 47 minutes past 7 is your time. I'm glad you made time and spending with us. We've done two things so far. I've shared with you how to deal with your mental fortitude and developing that mental fortitude. The first one was seeing hardships as opportunities. That's the first one. Seeing hardships as opportunities. The second one, if you can have it back on the screen, please, seeing hardships as opportunities, right? Seeing hardships as opportunities, making sure that you look at life through the lenses of opportunities, because things happen, life happens. And if we see life as opportunities, suddenly what we present to the table is not our problems. We've shared with growth mindset and going through the day, setting the day up for success, regardless. Setting the day up for success because we have what it takes to go through that. So the first thing is seeing hardship as opportunities. And the second thing is eliminating self-doubt. I want to stay with it for a few seconds. 48 minutes past 7, and I'm glad that you chose us this morning. Thank you. It's eliminating self-doubt, making sure that self-doubt goes out of the port, right? Self-doubt must go. Self-doubt, because it would always show up in everything that we do. But if we come to the table with confidence, with grit, and push through, it will give in and we will put our way through. Can I tell you the third one? Let's do the third one. Never, ever give up. Thank you, Sina. Thank you for showing that. Never, ever, never, ever give up. Never, never, ever give up. Never, ever give up. This whole never give up concept can sound very easy. Many successful people trace their achievements back to one single theme, which is focus. Never, ever give up. They don't allow anything or anyone to derail them of their goals. The goal could be financial freedom. It could be giving back to others. Underlying goals always have this fulfillment that we can achieve. People with mental fortitude know that they are on a path that will bring fulfillment to many and also to themselves. And they know very well that it is going to cost and require them to apply themselves. The question is, why do you need to have and develop a mental or a stronger mental strength or a stronger mental capacity to go through? Because as we pursue and as we go through our dreams and hopes, we get to that juncture where we get weak sometimes. And being weak and getting weak on your journey forward is human. Developing the mental fortitude or developing a mindset of fortitudeness doesn't mean that at times you're not going to get tired. There are times you're going to get tired. There are times when you're going to feel very, very depleted. And it's okay to rest. It's okay to ask for support. right? But with that vision in mind and with that ability to stay focused, right? And you create that vision of your life and you pursue it regardless. But having this sense of belief that I am never, ever going to give up on my purpose or my dream. I'll give you one example before we say bye-bye to each other. 51 minutes past 7. My dear friend Thomas Jensen, who I would say I grew up with, I grew up with him. And Thomas went through a very trying period in his life at the time. And he would say he was a very privileged, or he has always been a privileged boy. He would tell me, Kojo, I am very privileged. Privileged, why? Because he had certain things that as a young man, some other young men didn't have. But also, he also picked up that even though he had all the goodies and everything that he had, he walked around purposeless, visionless, and not having this sense of direction. One day, according to him, he decided to take the bull by the horn and ask himself, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to commit my life to? What is it that I want to achieve that I am willing to zero in and put in all my strength in making it happen? He wanted to start a charity. He wanted to start a charity in Jamaica and supporting young children to read. He wanted to start a charity to encourage young people across certain provinces in Jamaica. And he started this charity. It was difficult. And when we meet and we talk, I asked him, what is keeping you going? What is it that you are so bent in making this charity work? He said, this is my life's work, and I'm not willing to give up. I am not willing to throw the towel in because of the challenges. I am willing to pay the price in making sure that this dream, this hope, this desire, this quest that I have would be met by my actions, and I will make this happen. And for the past 10 years, he's running this charity across Jamaica, and he is doing exceptionally well. He said, I have every reason to throw the towel in. My question to you is this. What is it that you are doing or looking at doing? Or where have you gotten to in your journey of life that you're considering giving up? Can I encourage you this morning not to give up? Can I encourage you not to give up? Go through with this mental fortitude that you've discovered and developed. And be willing to apply yourself and say, I am not going to throw the towel in. These three things I suspect and I trust would add value to your life. Let's do music. 54 minutes past 7. Let's do music. When we come, I will share with you perfectly linked properties, what they do and how you can access their service. Thank you for choosing Britain's home of possibilities. Thank you. Let's do music.
Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. You can listen to Fantastic Radio UK today on LG Smart TV.
You tell all the boys no. Makes you feel good, yeah. I know you're out of my league, but that won't scare me away, oh no. You've carried on so long, you couldn't stop if you tried it. Tú me tienes loco, loco contigo. Yo trato y trato, pero baby no te olvido. Tú me tienes loco, loco contigo. Yo trato y trato, pero baby aquí yo sigo. Okay. Mami, tú eres una champion, rampa, pa, pam, pam, con un booty fuera del hogar. Una cintura chiquita, mata la cancha, tú estás fuera lo normal.
The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Trust your intuition and take action. Fantastic Radio UK is now available on all app stores.
Trust your intuition and make it happen. 57 minutes past 7 on Fantastic Radio, home of possibilities. Before we went for the break, I was talking of perfectly linked properties. You go on www.perfectlylinkedproperties.co.uk. Now, Perfectly Linked Properties is your bespoke properties investment company, right? The website is perfectlylinkedproperties.co.uk. And what they do, they are the bespoke property investments and development opportunity partner. Your website will come on the screen again, and the website is www.perfectlylinkedproperties.co.uk. And they have properties across London, Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, and they also partner with developers in other key towns and cities around the UK. Let's do music just before we come back. The company is Perfectly Linked Properties, and they are based in London. Let's do music. Soon as we come back, I will share with you what they do, and we'll come back and we'll say bye-bye to each other. Thank you.
Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Fantastic Radio UK. Your music, your possibilities.
Personally, Personally, I rock your body. I promise you go home, you won't tell daddy. I give it to you like you never had it. Screaming church, like speaking Chinese. Now waiting minutes, pack a boom boom. Now waiting I see Saga, but she know one me. She talks so she know one me. I know go lie, the things within my mind. When I see you dancing, girl, you got me high. And if you wanna try, make a good day tonight. Cause I'm in the mood. As long as you feeling the groove, I deal with you. Personally, I go deal with you.
Patience, persistence, and perspiration makes an unbeatable combination for success. We are so glad to have you listening. Fantastic Radio UK, your memories, your possibilities.
Your memories, your possibilities, your memories, your possibilities. You just heard personally from the incomparable Nigerian musicians who do this work of brilliant music. They call this one Personally. And I love that song. Wonderful piece of music. I'll share with you Perfectly Linked Property. And Perfectly Linked Property is a bespoke property investment and development opportunity partner. They're based in Birmingham, and you can reach them. You can reach them on all their platforms. You send them an email, they can get through, they can get back to you. Perfectly Linked Properties, right? They are based in London. They have offices in London. They have offices in Manchester, and they are your bespoke property investment and development opportunity partner, right? They offer off-plan development, ready-made apartment investments, and property management services, right? They were at the Black Business Show, and you can always go on their website. Their email address is info@perfectlylinkedproperties.co.uk. Their contact number I show you on is 0121. Right? It's 0121 514 8847. I repeat, 0121 514 8847. Guys, it's been such a pleasure serving you the whole of this week. I've enjoyed being with you, and I know you've enjoyed with me. Oh, you want the website again? It's www. We will display it again. It's www.perfectlylinkedproperties.co.uk. And you can reach them at info@perfectlylinked.co.uk. Being your bespoke property investment development opportunity partner. As I say, I want to thank you for choosing us and choosing us throughout the whole week, coming annually, hourly, sharing with you content that adds value to your life. I want to say thank you. Monday morning is going to be good. Monday, we're talking about maternity, young people going to maternity and the things they will have to look at. Young people going to give birth and some of the things they've got to look at. Jane Bequin comes in as my guest, and we having a brilliant time on Monday. May you have a beautiful, fantastic, and a joyful weekend. What are you doing this weekend? My dear friend's mother passed away, and this morning we're going to send her off and spend time with the family and make sure that they mourn and celebrate the life of a woman who contributed and gave love to all of us. I remember 24 years ago, she was so kind and loving to me. And this morning, we're going to go and say bye-bye to her for the love and the support she showed all of us. The son has been my friend for many, many, many years. And today, myself, the son, Tom, Princess, Charles, Pickley, and the grandkids, we're all going to go into Yorkshire today to spend time and make sure that we say goodbye to her. May her soul rest in peace, Mrs. Dorothy Perkins Dotties, who passed away most by a month ago. Today, we're going to congregate and send her off. On this somber note, I would have to say, may you have a beautiful and a restful and a wonderful weekend. I forgot to mention to you that tomorrow, on Saturday the 27th, if you want to come through to the JN office in Brixton, you can please come through, spend time with us. We'll be discussing prostate cancer with Errol McCullough Foundation and all the team that comes in through. I want to say thank you, production team, Mr. Sina Hamidi, Tom, Kerry, and Terry, and all the people around who make this whole production a success. I want to say thank you. It's been very, very wonderful, and I'm glad that you made time in joining us. Do have yourself a lovely and a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye for now, and bye.
The empowering conversations with our guests, the riveting music we share with you. Thank you for choosing Fantastic Radio UK, home of possibilities.